inside. Holy crap, this is crazy.
The 2v2. It's Doublelift and Madlife versus Diamond and Bjergsen. Anything could happen.
Oh, Son gets 11!
You dead, son? The Nexus itself is going to be focused, and OMG get themselves into the finals here.
SKT는 정말 지금처럼 해왔던 대로만 하면 아주 완벽하고 깔끔하게 승리할 수 있을 것 같습니다.
Welcome to the culmination of All-Star Paris 2014. Today we determine whether ice or fire will reign supreme and crown our invitational champion. You are looking live at a packed Zenith in Paris where the world's best League of Legends players have been battling it out, and it all comes to a conclusion today. The fans are definitely excited. This is them lining up outside. I could get SKT chants. Ahri cosplay once again, keeping it up. That is phenomenal. A lot of support, both sides of the camps, but you have to feel SKT getting just a few more cheers. Doublelift, of course, we'll see if he can help his challenge team secure victory. SKT making their way through to the venue. This is definitely going to be an action-packed day. Hello and welcome to our continuing coverage of the All-Star event. My name is Trevor Quickshot Henry, and with me are some of the top minds in League of Legends to help break down the plays as they happen today. From the European LCS is, of course, my fellow co-caster, Martin Fischer Linger. From Evil Geniuses, we have Mitch Crepo Forceballs. And from the Diamond tier of punning, David Freak Turley. And if it appears someone is missing, don't worry. The conductor of the Korean hype train is with us as well. Christopher Monte Cristo Michaels is standing by over at the Telestrator.
Thank you, Quickshot, and it's all aboard the Korean hype train. It's about to pull out of the station, and I'll be back punching tickets shortly.
Well, I'm looking forward to those indeed. Now, the epic event is being beamed out by our stalwart broadcast crew, who have been working hard to ensure we capture every thresh hook, every culling, every shockwave, and the pulse-pounding moments from inside La Zenith for our fans everywhere around the globe. The entire show is being broadcast in 16 different languages and by 23 different broadcasters, including OGaming's Chips and Noir, who are providing the French language coverage. OnGameNet is here covering the event for Korea. League of Legends Pro League is broadcasting via remote feed in Shanghai. And once again, we have our crew on the ground bringing you all the action, including Joe, Kobe, and D-Man over at the caster's desk.
Thank you very much, Quickshot. It is good to see you once again. And hello, everyone else. I'm Lee D-Man Smith, and here at the caster desk is Joe Miller. And Sam, Kobe, Hartman, Kenza, Joshua Jatleesman will also be joining us later for the finals.
Yeah, there have been a lot of exciting games throughout All-Star Paris, but it all comes to a close today for both the challenge teams and the Invitational, with even more thrilling games just ahead.
And we will be with you throughout today's matches to bring you all of the action. And with an exciting finish in store, you won't want to miss it.
Well, so far, she's witnessed a marriage proposal. She's had some emotional interviews and Madlift and double life experience here, all at All-Stars Paris. With even more to come today, let's send things over to Shox, who's over at the interview lounge.
Thank you very much, D-Man. All-Star Paris has been fantastic so far, and I can't wait to see what happens today with the players and all these amazing fans. But for now, let's check in with the guys at the desk to get things underway.
Thank you very much, Shox. We started the week with 5 teams representing North America, Europe, Southeast Asia, Korea, and China. And the first to fall out of the running was the Taipei Assassins, who went 0-4 in the group stages, and they did not make it into the playoffs, unfortunately. So that does leave 4 teams remaining.
Now, Cloud9 from the North American LCS, they defeated OMG in the group stages, but were shut down in a very decisive 0-2 loss to the Chinese powerhouse in the semi-final. And then in our second semi-final of the day, Europe's home team Fnatic, they faced off against the dominating SKT T1K and were also eliminated with a 0-2 loss.
So that does leave 2 teams remaining, and today they will face off in a best-of-5 final showdown. The last team standing will claim the title of All-Star Champion for 2014 and earn bragging rights for their region. Once again, we will begin the day with the Ice and Fire Challenge teams facing off in a different game mode today. It's a series of showdowns between individual players. So up first is a 1v1 where Archie will face off against Shy. After that is another 1v1 as Cool takes on QTV. Now both of these 1v1s are worth a single point.
Then we have a 2v2 where Doublelift and Madlife will go up against Diamond and Bjergsen, and that match will be worth 2 points. And the All-Star Challenge games conclude with the Super 1v1 matchup that you guys picked, Froggen against Wei Xiao. The winning player, he will get 3 points for his team.
Yeah, that does mean that there are 7 points still up for grabs today. And with Team Ice leading Team Fire by only a 2-point margin, the competition is still wide open. Big plays will be made today. So let's check out some of yesterday's hashtag All-Star Big Plays. First up, we are hooked on Madlife. This comes from the Pick 10 game. And this one was sent to us by, right, I'm going to try this, at YellSuperCute. He writes, Madlife Thresh is just wow. Much hook, such support, many land, amazing lantern. Crepo, is this the best support in the world right now?
Madlife has to be respected as one of the better players on support in the world. Maybe he currently is not. He even said in an interview that he's a little disappointed that his plays weren't up to par. But if this is what Madlife brings when he's not up to par, then yeah, I've played against him when even back in the early days of League when it wasn't as established as is now, like laning phase and all. He constantly did innovating things. The way he played his zone control, I still remember playing. On our side, we had an Urgot, he had a Soraka. Yeah, who are those champions again? But
you played them a few weeks ago,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, his zone control was really good. He was always out of range of swap, but in range to cancel the swap on his AD carry with silence. And the way he plays Alistar, the way he plays Thresh, he's just a really good support player.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Everyone, the prediction hooks, call it a Madlife.
Yeah, I literally call that play to Madlife. But even in scrims, I'll be like, yo guys, I'm going to pull a Madlife. And they just know that I will try to like predict a dash from an enemy player and then hook him into his path, and we just call that a Madlife. I just wish I had a play named after me.
I mean, if you have a spell or a move named after you, you've really done something special.
Well, we do have a few more replays to get to, guys. This one also comes from the Pick 10 Challenge. It's Froggen's Anivia, though, and it was at Kenyan Canaanite. He writes, Cool's Lee Sin kick into the teleporting Anivia was a massive play. Freak, I'm going to throw this one over to you.
All right, there's a whole bunch of fun. Anivia always a great champion to look at here. So battle starts out, Doublelift dies, getting all in for the most part. But when you have Anivia come in, that's the real point that matters. So just completely explodes out on one side, gets kicked away, and thing is, he's durable. He eventually bought a Warmox this time, so he just, you know, the ulti into the E, that's the big damage combo there. Just picks people off. It's when you're Froggen, it's easy.
Yeah, Froggen definitely hard carried that game. For you guys at home, make sure you send us those tweets, hashtag All-Star Big Plays for today's plays. Now, let's turn our attention to the final. It is a best-of-5 between SKT, T1K, and OMG. And due to the fact that SKT owned the head-to-head record by beating OMG in the group stage, they were allowed to pick either blue or red side for games 1, 3, and 5. SK have opted to pick red side for games 1 and game 5 voluntarily. This is their choice, which means OMG on their choices pick blue side for games 2 and 4. What it sums down to is that SKT will be playing red side in 4 of the potential 5 games. I got a question for the table. How much importance is counter picking for SKT when you consider they have voluntarily gone into this option? What tools, what is some of the thinking behind why they've chosen this?
Well, counter picking, of course, is a big deal here. Last time SKT played against OMG, the solo laners from SKT, both Impact and Faker, did really well. They won their lanes. Now, with a counter pick again, they can really, I would almost go as far and say, stomp a lane here if they get the right counter pick. And then also, with the fact here that OMG maybe been slightly predictable in what they will first pick. We saw yesterday where they just first picked Thresh whenever it was open. Could be something where SKT say, you know what, we will give you this first pick, we know exactly what you're going to pick, and we're going to take 2 very strong picks for ourselves, and also save the counter pick for later.
Yeah, I agree with what Fischer said so far. It's just a little surprising to me that somebody would opt for red side. That just means they're really comfortable and they're not afraid of a single champion. They're like, okay, maybe OMG will get this one champion. We'll just react with 2 more. We'll have the counter pick on our side. As well as purple side often leads to lane swaps. And they can either initiate the lane swap themselves and then guarantee that it will open up the map. And then in that way, SKTT1 just plays the map way better than OMG has in these past matches. And that might be another reason for them choosing purple side. However, I like that they don't make it all the same and they pick blue side one game to just spice it up a little and not get too predictable on their side.
Yeah, and it's worth pointing out as well that this is not even a new tactic for them. They actually did this at Worlds last year against Royal Club, where both teams opted for red side in game 1 and 2. And yeah, to me, it also, I think it's a more risk-averse strategy, where it's like you get the last ban, so you get to make sure you know what's in the field, and your opponents only get 1 champion there. So you guarantee there's one thing they're going to go for, but it lets you sort of broaden out your champ pool really quickly.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to how that plays out. And for a little more context on this title clash, let's actually send it over to the conductor of the Korean hype train over at the Telestrator.
All right, thanks, Quickshot. We're going to take a look at a truly defining play from SKT's run to world title last year. It took place against this very OMG team, the only non-Korean team to take a game off of SKT at Worlds. And for those of you who remember, as we move into it, it was the second game of the series and the very last game of group stages. And this was really one of my favorite plays. Actually, it was my very favorite play of 2013, where they took down a 12.5-minute inhibitor, all 3 towers, in a pretty impressive run of tower juggling. So just starting off right here, it's impressive because they used 2 ultimates right away, right on this first turret, but they managed to keep their press going on. So right here we can see Mondu coming in with the crescendo, and Faker is about to use Spirit Rush in order to take down Cool. Also note that right here, Faker's already died in lane, Cool is up 2 kills already. So losing the lane so far, they know they have to do something in order to get back into this one. So let's go ahead and roll this clip. So you can see the ultimates coming in right there. They chain the CC beautifully into the charm, then start attacking the turret. Let's pause. So there's no minion wave right here right now, which means that Bengi is actually tanking the turret with his spiderlings as we speak while they wait for the minion wave to develop. This play would not have been possible without Elise in the jungle, which makes it even more impressive. So let's keep going on. They'll go ahead, deal some more damage to the tower. Also notice that Ezreal's Essence Flux allows everybody to auto-attack faster, which means these turrets are going to go down a bit more quickly. They land another charm onto Loveland. That's charm number 2 for Faker. Take out his passive. There's the 3rd ultimate coming in as Big Pomelo comes around the side in order to get his ultimate. 4th ultimate, Impact, Flash, Flag Standard into the ultimate right there. And of course, Bengi's not really going to be helping with his ultimate because he's Elise. So only 1 tower, 4 ultimate used, going, still split pushing in the bottom lane, thinking this isn't possible. So let's pause again right here. So in this situation, again, we can see the spiderlings going ahead, tanking the turret. And what we're about to see is an amazing display of aggro juggling right here within the turret radius as everybody just weaves in and out. And also another great charm by Faker. Let's keep going. So again, you see the spiderlings are now down, and that means that the members of SK Telecom have to continue to take this. So Cool's about to get hit by a max range charm, charm number 3 from Faker, and they combo onto him beautifully. Piglet will shift forward in order to get a little bit more damage. They still have the exhaust for San, and they're going to go ahead and take him out as well. They've got a cannon minion wave right here, which will really help them. Bengi swaps out, and they'll move forward one more time, and Bengi will hit another critical cocoon right here, takes out Pomelo. This is, of course, when he was playing support. And they will go ahead and take out the last turret and follow it up with the inhibitor. So all in all, that was one of the most impressive plays, I think, in 2013 and really shows what SK Telecom has to offer in this matchup. Of course, OMG will be looking for a little bit of revenge, and I'm looking forward to see if we have any more plays. Back to you, Quickshot.
Thank you very much, Monty. That's a great segue to lead us to our Twitter question of the day. Today, we're asking you guys, what has been your favorite moment from All-Star Paris 2014? And I think it's only fair to our fans that I make you guys on the table keep your answers short as possible to 140 characters or less. So let's go. Freak, what is it?
Bjergsen dealing tons of damage in Earth, hashtag All-Star, hashtag big plays.
Crepper, what's your favorite moment? 3 characters.
Three characters.
Three characters.
You've just used 3.
Okay, I'm done. Having Monte Cristo at the desk has been my favorite. No, I'm lying.
Very cute.
But
very
I'll
cute.
keep the lie alive.
It's backwards day. It's fine.
Fisher, what's your moment?
Listening in to SK Telecom, doing the gang and bottom lane against Fnatic, where we got to hear the communication, how chill they were, even though there was a big fight going on compared
Well, they are
to...
telecommunication.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good point.
touche,
But just
touche.
compared to like Alliance, where it's 10 people just screaming at each other, or 5 people, hopefully, more, not 10, screaming at each other, kill, kill, kill. I like SK Telecoms more.
I like them using all of their own skins, actually. That was pretty cool. You guys at home send your responses to us at LOL Esports, along with that hashtag All-Star. We'll be checking out your answers and highlight a few of our favorites later on in the day. It is time to take a very short break, but when we return, it'll be the challenge showdowns between teams Ice and Fire. Let's see who will win those 1v1s and 2v2s. They are loading in right now. You can see the players getting set up on stage, getting ready to go. And remember, it is Happy Mother's Day. OMG pays all the proper respects to mothers as we do leave you. We'll see you in a few minutes, guys.
节日快乐，我们会加油的。